It was pitch black when the strange lights swept across Buckley Farm. 11-year-old Miles couldn't sleep, not with the rattling wind and the drone that buzzed from somewhere outside his window. In the distance, the cows bellowed, nothing like their usual lowing. Something spooked them. Miles pulled the covers close, but curiosity gnawed at his nerves. He tiptoed to the window. Past the yard, the old silo was swathed in a pale, oily green glow. The light didn't flicker, it pulsed, as though the earth itself was breathing. Sour air drifted in, metallic and tinged with the scent of burnt ozone. Miles's heart hammered. He caught his father's voice, muffled and frantic downstairs, and his mother's hushed words, "Stay back." But Miles moved, drawn by an urge stronger than fear. Out the kitchen door and across the wet grass he went, bare feet stinging from chilled dew. The world behind him faded into a white noise hush. At the silo, the air shivered. Before Miles could duck, a shadow swooped down from above, a shape wider than the barn, with spindly arms and impossible angles. It made no sound as it hovered. A hatch glided open. Inside was a darkness, yet Miles saw a silvery corridor, bright and cold. A gentle, whispering voice trickled into his mind. "Come." He floated, weightless, his body sliding upwards as if his bones no longer remembered gravity. Miles panicked but couldn't scream. The world twisted with a dizzying hum. Through blurry eyes he glimpsed rows of jars, each holding something faintly alive, drifting wisps like bottled dreams or forgotten voices. The corridor stretched into a vast, domed chamber where air was thick with old, sweet rot and lilac, like spring and thunderstorms at once. There were more children, frozen snapshots of them, faces pressed to glass, wide-eyed and silent. In each, the shimmer of their spirits flickered. The voice returned, "Collectors must not be seen." Yet you watched. Pale appendages, gentle as snowfall, reached for him. Miles thought of his mother's arms, then realized how desperately he wanted them. Tears prickled hot on his cheeks. The collectors gazed into him, seeing everything. Memories of creek beds, lost teeth, his dog's wiry fur. "You are a story. You must not fade," the voice whispered, and Miles was cradled through a memory. He relived his 7th birthday, not as he remembered it, but as a silent observer. He tried to shout, to plead, "Let me go home," but his plea was a gasp in the cold. Time became liquid. Hours dripped like watered-down glass. He watched the collectors filing children away, careful, meticulous. One by one, their lives replayed in loops, trapped for study, never for harm, just forever observed, never changed. Sometime, or maybe no time at all, another silence fell. Miles's essence was nudged, as if the ship was bored. The hatch opened once more, and a wind colder than night rushed him out. He landed in the tall grass just before dawn, shivering, rain falling onto a face much older than he remembered. Inside, the house was lit. Mother hugged him hard, whispering prayers of relief.